Ow, that's my leg hair. I think there's a rat under the table.
Why is this chair here?
I don't know. What? There's a random chair, but that's fine. Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey guys,
A wild Mano has appeared.
Oh my gosh, man, what's up, dude?
Hey,
How's it
what's
going,
up?
Hey, how's it? What are you doing?
you know,
Are you gonna watch Andor with us?
yeah. Oh my god, this is gonna be great.
We're gonna watch some Star Wars, guys.
Hey,
Star Wars.
that's what that.
Yeah.
That's what's my shirt.
Yeah. That's right. Get under the table and shave.
Okay, well, hey, what's up, guys? I'm Eli.
I'm Nick.
And
Mano.
this is Mano.
This is Mano.
Mano's here.
Yeah.
This is our friend Mano. He's gonna
watch Andor with us.
He's gonna watch Andor with us. We're watching Andor, by the way, if you didn't get that.
Yeah.
Episode 4.
Right.
I believe, Mano, you've caught up.
I've caught up. I've got
Yeah.
notes.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and, so I'm just gonna do a little comparison here. Here are my notes
For 3 episodes.
for 3 episodes.
Yeah. You're very bad at taking notes.
Really, really good at taking notes. And then here's Mano's for 3. Yeah, he's
and
not
then-
committed. He's not.
And
as
then
good
here's
as me,
mine, which are slightly better than Eli's, but
arguably.
not much.
Hey, here's the point. We're watching Star Wars.
Yeah.
We're watching Star Wars.
We're here for Star Wars.
So, Mano, how'd you feel about the
give
first
us a
3
recap.
episodes?
I've been keeping up with how some people talk about it, and they were talking about it being slow, but I was actually excited about that. So
Yeah.
it looks like it's finally starting to pick up for this episode, so I'm happy to be here and watch it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. I think we've discussed that a little bit in our videos, that it's not been super fast, but we've liked that. I mean, I think that a lot of the Star Wars shows, like Mandalorian and Boba Fett, have kind of been that way.
Yeah.
And I've enjoyed it. Like, people need to understand that I think through, like, Marvel, everyone just expects to have action and all this stuff happen, but this is new. And I want to appreciate the ending. I want it to get there. I don't want to just automatically be like, oh, this is great. I want it to build to it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I definitely was super thrilled about the slow pace. Like,
Yeah.
it wasn't too slow for me. It was just enough to get that build up. I feel like it was a almost like a Clone Wars arc. That's what's been compared to a lot to me. In that you're building towards that end of that arc, and I feel like those 3 episodes went together very well. And it was the start of a journey.
Yeah. I mean, the slow pace has been a nice change of
Pace.
No?
Yeah.
But anyway, hey, let's get into it.
Yeah. Unless you guys have anything else,
roll that clip. That's my new thing. It's like
He came up with it tonight.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I like it.
We had this moment with Nick earlier, but I mean, you being in the camera is definitely not that great. If there's a way that you could just not be in it and just talk, that'd be better.
Okay.
Yeah. No, that's perfect.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Scoot that way.
Yeah.
Oh, this is definitely way better. Yeah. Why didn't we do this to begin with? Yeah.
All right.
I'm so pressured to take good notes now because
I know.
Mano's notes are so much better than mine on every level. He's gonna be a villain later, right? Like,
I like him so far.
I do too.
Karn.
See, he knows his name because he takes good notes.
I'm always excited to watch more Star Wars.
Yeah, I'm very pumped right now.
Oh, that was B.
Yeah.
B.
I really like this intro thing that they do.
Especially, you can't see the O until it like fully goes up, and I love that.
Andor.
But Andor doesn't have an I in it without a dot. Oh,
ANDIIR.
What's Aldhani?
that's what I was.
I imagine your hate. I imagine that no matter what you tell me or tell yourself, you'll ultimately die fighting these bastards. So what I'm asking is this. Wouldn't you rather give it all at once to something real than carve off useless pieces till there's nothing left?
Dang, what a good line.
What would we be stealing? The quarterly payroll for an entire Imperial sector.
Oh.
That's
Whoa.
Yes. We haven't got to see Coruscant post-war,
Right.
but except for like a few snippets.
Imperial Security.
ISB.
ISB.
security is an illusion. You want security? Call the Navy. Launch a regiment of troopers. We are health care providers. We treat sickness. We identify symptoms. We locate germs, whether they arise from within or have come from the outside. The longer we wait to identify a disorder, the harder it is to treat the disease.
There's an increase in construction shipments going to Scarif, sir.
Nice mustache.
I like that we're getting the planet names.
Yeah, I do too.
It's very helpful.
Aldhani.
What is it? It's a down payment. It's a Quati signet. Blue Kyber, Sky Star.
Oh, it is a Kyber crystal. I almost
celebrates the uprising against the Rakatan invaders.
He's had a rough couple days.
Ain't that the truth?
Oh, she looked up to that. Don't do it.
Something I can help you with.
Ooh.
Oh, that's
no,
cool.
Nothing at all.
We've been eating roots and sleeping on rocks for this rebellion, and now you've got a mercenary on board.
In the next 3 days, if for any reason, look at me! You want me to lead? This is what it comes to. You got 3 days. Something feels off, something turns, someone starts to fold. You step up, you lead, you cancel the mission.
Hey.
Now you understand.
And if he's the problem?
Well, that's the advantage of renting him. He's disposable.
Dang.
Yeah, true.
Yep.
This has to be a win, Val. Clem!
That's not his name.
Clementine's all grown up.
But I've had nothing to do with this.
What exactly?
Oh, that's the boss.
Ingredients of idiocy, ineptitude, and total disengagement for this farce to have reached the full apex of incredulous disaster. As of this morning, the Milana system is under permanent imperial authority.
That's what he didn't want. Yeah.
Congratulations on that.
He's gonna make a good Imperial though.
Oh yeah.
Is she from Game of Thrones?
She could be, but I don't recognize.
How many of us are there?
Now we are 7.
7.
Yeah.
7 against the garrison.
Save your wind! This is a long walk.
Hey, come on.
I know a thing or two about climbing
Get
mountains.
down, quickly!
Yeah. It'll take 15 minutes. TIE fighter. He caught it first. That's what's cool about that.
It says 5 dead. 1 local and 4 Primor security employees. They've misspelled Ferrix.
Where's my Starpath unit?
It was stolen from her, probably.
Transmission.
Oh.
That is our box from Steerbud.
Has to be.
Right, that gives us jurisdiction. I want you to go to Blevins' office, tell them we need everything they've got on Ferrix.
It might be more if you went.
I don't want to spark his interest.
Man, they're getting
multiple.
Yeah. Oh
Like
no, this is not good.
She's trying to cover something up, but it's gonna give attention to multiple. Yeah.
Whoa.
I think Cass knew about that part.
No, it looks a lot cleaner than the rest of the ship.
Oh, bro, no way.
Sender, perhaps?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Oh, dude. That would be awesome. He's
turning it on, yeah.
Yeah.
The maroon robes.
Mm.
Feels very Chancellor, doesn't it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You've been here, what, just over a year? You might want to steady the ladder before you start climbing.
I'm not looking for career advice.
You fall here, you fall alone.
Are you denying my request?
For the second time today.
Fine. I'll take it to Major Partagas.
Don't look down.
Oh man, those are some good lines. I love a good Imperial squabble.
Oh yeah, that's the best.
All the way back in Vader and Tarkin and.
They're real jumpy. Like, yo, what's going on?
They got a lot of reason to be.
Yeah. I like the gun. The guns don't look like guns we've seen in Star Wars a lot. They look more like just.
I mean, it looks like an AK-47.
Right. Yeah. That's what I was gonna say.
It's what some people were complaining about from the trailers.
Really?
Yeah.
But like,
they're the rebels.
all Star Wars guns are other guns with stuff modified.
Right.
Yeah. My issue is they just don't want that modified.
Yeah.
Good to have you, Clem. We'll take all the help we can get.
He's gonna die.
You're not wrong.
That's what you get for being friendly.
Looks like a giant blaster, but it's a ship.
Where would he go?
He's gonna go be an Imperial.
He looks dejected.
He's kind of a wuss, though. Like,
it's pretty standard. That's why the NCOs didn't like him, but that's a common NCO officer relationship.
Right.
You don't see the togetherness that you get with clones.
I like that. Oh, he's home.
Oh.
Oh. Slap hug.
Very Italian.
Very Italian.
Yeah.
What are you staring at?
Very Italian.
He's committed. I'm feeling that. I want to.
Feel what?
His belief in the cause.
Oh, he was in
When
an
it comes
episode
down
of
to it,
Blackbear.
That's all I need to know.
Ah. He's committed to the money.
Bell.
I trust him. Okay.
Ooh, she looks down.
Alright.
Just yeah, that was good.
Senator Mon Mothma's here.
Ooh. Oh.
I'm trying to expand parents' taste beyond fighting implements. Is there anything else that might excite?
Your timing is excellent.
If you can't deliver, I need to know.
Do you think I'm not trying?
I never think that. But I need to start planning if you know it'll come me through for us.
The money's there.
Yeah.
It's just getting very dangerous to move it around. I can't pull funds the way I used to. They're watching me now.
They're watching everyone.
This is different. They're everywhere. There's a new spy every day at the Senate. I visit the bank. They're all new faces.
You got a new driver.
I feel under siege.
Dang.
Wow.
Don't lecture me on vulnerability. No one's more at risk than I am. You think I haven't thought this through? I'd be the first one to fall.
He's not a senator, but he has a lot of connections with senators, and it's not that unreasonable for senators to come visit.
Right. Because he has expensive stuff.
Yeah.
He sells artifacts.
Yeah. Which also, it's not unreasonable for him to be traveling, acquiring new artifacts.
Right.
Exactly.
Kind of puts him in a better position to travel.
Then a senator, yeah. Exactly.
Man.
I love that they're backing her up, even though they don't agree with it.
Yeah. Well, she's...
What's with all the patrols on Stone Canyon?
She doesn't agree with herself either.
Right. Is she... Wait.
What's all this?
You don't know.
Dinner for the governor. You're at the boring end of the table. These people are fun.
Oh, are they? Are they fun? Oh, we should find some gourmet guests for tonight and see how amused they are. Your fun friends just cut off their shipping lanes yesterday. Do you know how many will starve? Perhaps we can laugh about it over the third course.
Perhaps you should have a rest.
If you make me pay attention, I will, and you won't be happy. Don't do this again.
There's rumour you bought me a present.
It's going back.
Just everything be boring and sad.
He sucks.
Is that her husband?
Yeah, that's her
Auntie
husband.
Anna, the Valley of Caves.
To see what?
Imagine 50 meteor showers all at once, but like a curtain being pulled across the sky.
We've calculated an escape trajectory that gets us out just before the eye closes.
Oh, so it's got to be like...
This happens in 3 days'
all the
time.
money.
Yep.
That's your car.
Yes. Gets us in, gets us out. We won't know where we came from, and if we can beat the clock, we'll be gone before they even know what happened.
Sir, it is my feeling that this is part of an ongoing effort to steal proprietary Imperial equipment in anticipation of an organized rebellion.
Your feeling?
I'm seeing signs of coordinated activity over a number of sectors.
You came to us from enforcement.
Yes, sir.
Here, we act on vetted and verified information. Alert me when this materializes into something more definite. Until then, confine future activities to your sectors. His quarterly reports, however, are in, and yours are not, and here we are spending your valuable time with this issue.
Dang.
There's a high bar for your performance, Lieutenant. Unfair, perhaps. But senseless to ignore and potentially the foundation of a uniquely superior career. You're supposed to be more competent and tucked away. That's why you're here.
Dang.
That's why we're bringing in officers like you.
Thank you, sir.
We're done.
Wow, he's really good at his job. I hate him for it, but he's really good at it.
like seeing competent Imperials.
Yeah.
They did a good job while they were there.
Can I eat my food?
You'll eat, you'll let Cinta check the bandage, and you'll have learned all that by morning. I'll take the first watch.
Dang. I mean, the first one, he'll learn fast. Makes sense. The second one, he can learn fast. But the third one,
yeah,
like just learn phrases in a language overnight. That's tough. And get the accent right. Like, dang.
It was said he knew 3 languages already, so that might help.
Yeah. But in the world of Star Wars, the galaxy, and so many languages, I guess it depends on their base.
That's true.
So, I mean, Mano, what did you think?
I thought this was a great setup episode for what's going to be another train heist in Star Wars.
Exactly, a heist episode, which we love Star Wars heist episodes, right?
I do.
I think that's why Solo shouldn't get such a bad rap. I thought it was great.
I don't think that's why Solo.
No. I mean, I'm saying that's a part of it that was really good, but no one wants to focus on it.
Right.
Yeah. But anyway,
I think there's other qualities of Solo, but
I agree.
I really liked getting to see a little bit more of like the day-to-day for Luthen and Mon Mothma even. Like, we got to see more of Mon Mothma than I was expecting, but I liked seeing her husband, and like not only is her political, like all aspects of her life right now are just like so tense and like so like it's getting worse, and like her husband I feel like doesn't understand, is like, these guys used to be my friends, why can't I have my friends over when she's like, they're working against me? Like, why can't you see this?
I just remember who Mon Mothma was.
Okay.
Just now.
Yeah.
I wonder if her husband knows that she's in the beginning.
It doesn't seem like it, or he's playing games with her because he kind of has he has a suspicion, maybe. I would say.
And who does she want to bring into the circle?
That's a really good question.
Are they acting as in the deleted scenes of Revenge of the Sith are canon? Because in the deleted scenes there was a formation of a circle of Padme, Bail Organa, Mon Mothma, and a few other senators there. I can't remember who all was there, but they like formed like they said, all right, we know we can trust each other, we're gonna stick together, this is bad. So I don't know if they're saying, oh, Bail's going to be the person they're pulling in, or if
he's already there. You mentioned that he's got to already be there. But
Right. Yeah. I hope he's already there. I hope it's someone else.
I will say, just going back to what you said about the day-to-day, I really like seeing Luthen. I really love Luthen's character.
Yeah.
Because, like, he's the good guy, but also, like, he's so good at being just, like, cold-blooded and just like, oh, let me turn this switch on. And it's like, he is the good guy, but it's also like, oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. He's just, like, able to just... But you need people like that.
He got real aggressive with Vel.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
And that was a good twist, too, because he said, like, it kind of led you to believe for a second, he said, she's in charge. He listened to her. So then I was like, oh, so she's above him. And then he just, like, puts her in, oh, no. He's just saying that to him.
He's saying, like, yeah, you're not working for me, you're working for her, so work for her. Yeah. You don't need to worry about me right now.
Right. Yeah. And then he still does.
Right.
And then also, I love that Luthen didn't even tell Vel, like, the level of deception that's happening within the rebels, like Luthen's character, like I was talking about. He told her his name was Clem, which whether Vel believes him or not, like, he didn't say, like, this is who he really is. Like, he literally was just like, that's Clem.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's telling people that, and maybe she believes that too.
I think they're all using fake names though.
Karn. I really like that even though he was barely in the episode, they're still setting him up to, like, I feel like he's got a lot to do with the story.
He was in the episode to get yelled at and then go home.
But but he didn't get replaced.
Right. He just went back home to his childhood home or to his mom.
To his mom.
It looked like he was visiting.
Italiano.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like that was mostly to be like, don't forget about him. He's still going to be
exactly. But I'm glad because I was scared in this episode a little bit when they were yelling at him that he was just kind of like, that was going to be the last of him. Mm-hmm. And we talked about in earlier episodes that, like, I want to see more of him. I want to see him I want to see his origin story becoming a villain.
Yeah, I think he's gonna have a pretty good arc of going from, like, insecure with himself in some ways, but he's very passionate.
Yeah.
He's like he's a paladin that's just like not quite figured out how to use his strengths yet. But
but it's almost like he wants to be like the good Boy Scout and like follow the rules, and then he didn't follow the rules technically by fault, like listening to his commander, and look where that got him.
Yeah.
So now he's gonna like listen to the people above him. He's gonna be that good soldier and do maybe terrible things. We'll see.
Yeah.
But we gotta see a kyber crystal. He called it. I swear he called it a Quat. Or something like
there
that.
was a lot of things in that
Yeah.
description.
And I know that, but I guess for me, I mean, you know a lot about Star Wars more than I do, but I've just always heard them called kyber crystals. I'm wondering if when I heard Quat, I didn't know if that was are crystals come from different regions and it's why it's called that. Like I didn't know. It really interests me a lot.
Do.
Yeah. So
I mean, it's kind of like how you mine materials from different points on Earth, but there's still it's kind of like that, but throughout the galaxy.
Which
there's
the
very
galaxy's a very big
specific.
place.
Ilum is a very specific place where there's a lot, but there's other places that have a bunch.
Yeah.
Jeddah had a bunch, and there was that because they were.
I think Jeddah.
They were
had a
taking
few.
some from Jeddah.
Yeah.
It's Jedi.
No.
Now, Kuwat makes me think of the Kuwat drive yards, which is, I think, at this point firmly Imperial controlled because they create the what are they called? ISDs, Imperial Star Destroyers.
Oh, right.
But I love this episode because it's like there was interesting things that happened. We learned things, but it's still that slow build, and I appreciate it. I like you said, it's kind of setting up for this. I think the next episode is going to be kind of like a little bit of an ROI. Like we're going to get to see some action and get to see some fun stuff.
It'll set up the conflict, and you'll start to get some of the conflict, and then it'll resolve probably.
Yeah, Cass is now in the situation where he's invested just because he has to be.
Right.
And that's good. And then, but maybe we're going to see him kind of get that emotional attachment hopefully soon.
So I'm really excited to see what this I didn't catch her name. What this new ISB agent is doing. One thing. She was told, this isn't your case, but she's not going to stop there. There's no way. You don't introduce a character like that and then expect her to stop.
Yeah, I agree with you. The only other thing is maybe she does back off for a second, and then we have something happen in her. Maybe this heist is in her.
I think it is
territory.
Well, I think it's kind of like the conversation they had is that this is my feeling. She actually does have really good instincts. She does because she's right.
Mm-hmm.
But something's gonna happen, and then it's all of a sudden the director, I don't know his name, but I
didn't get his name either.
He's gonna be like, okay, maybe I should have listened to her, and then like we said earlier, I think we were watching it. So then you're gonna have two fronts of Imperials.
Yeah.
I have him marked down as guy from Game of Thrones as the head ISB agent, which I love him. I love that character so much so far.
Oh yeah,
he's doing so good,
and he was great in Game of Thrones too as a
You said while we were watching, I love competent Imperials, and I have to agree. This dude seems heckin' confident, and is just competent. That's the word, and it's just nice to see.
I'm so sorry. What if we get live action Thrawn
already? With the ISB?
Because we're talking about competent Imperials. He's with the Empire right now.
Yeah, that's true.
We could get Thrawn in this show and then have him come back in Ahsoka. And I didn't think about that until just now.
That would be really cool.
To have him, and maybe not a lot, but have him introduced in this show.
Because in the ISB room, I was like, oh, is there anyone I recognize from Rebels? That was my first thought.
Yeah, that's what I was.
And I didn't even think about Thrawn until just now. That would be
I'm
sweet.
sorry.
That would be insane.
Great. Anyway, yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry to cut you off. I was just like,
he does that a little bit. Just
no, I appreciate it. I like the thought pattern there.
Yeah.
It also kind of tells you the ISB is expanding, right? They brought on she's a new, I guess, detective she used to be. Enforcement, I think they said she was from.
She was an officer or something from,
Enforcement.
Almost seemed like out of the norm, but they're bringing in, they want to bring in different types of people. They want to have different, mindsets, viewpoints.
Distinguish people from other branches into the ISB. They're expanding the ISB, plus expanding their territory.
Right.
Taking in the corporate into Imperial control.
Yeah, because this is a step of dissolving the Senate. The Senate doesn't get dissolved until the beginning of episode 4, but like they're making these steps in that direction to where, oh, if we've got the ISB spread out more and they have more control, you don't need some of these other. You don't need the corporate security. Why would you? Like, you just have one organization over top of it.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but to add to your point about Thrawn, isn't Thrawn on Ryloth right now, or probably is?
No.
No. Okay, because they mentioned Ryloth, but
what am I trying to say? Oh my gosh, I forgot a planet name that's super important.
Is it one in here? Because I've got
from Rebels, the main planet, Lothal.
Lothal, yeah.
This would be before that. So like,
okay, so
2 years after this is whenever 2 or 3 years after
That's
this
right.
is whenever he enters the Rebel scene.
Yeah.
So he's actively. This is after some of the Thrawn books, I think.
And I will say that's the hardest part for me because Rebels, Clone Wars, this.
He gets his timelines mixed up.
Yeah, I get my timelines mixed up bad. It's so hard because I feel like I'm like midquels, prequels, sequel. Like it's
yeah.
But anyway, on that I was gonna say we got a lot of planet names, and you'd mentioned we watched, but I loved seeing that they put the planet names up there. Getting to see Coruscant was really cool.
That was awesome.
That was really cool. And they teased us too because it was just barely in.
Yeah.
It pretty much just said Coruscant, and then I was like, that was it. And I was like, oh, give me more.
And then they came back to it for his shop and where Mon Mothma is.
Yeah.
So post episode 3 Coruscant that we've seen is. Did we see any in Bad Batch?
I don't think so.
You get a snippet at the end of Return of the Jedi, and that's it. That's all post.
Yeah.
Post Galactic Clone Wars. Post Clone Wars, all we see is like this.
Yeah.
Like that's the most we've seen of Coruscant, which I think is kind of a shame. Like I really wish the sequel trilogy would have used Coruscant, but
it's really good because their original plan for the sequel in Coruscant was to be one of those planets blown up by Starkiller Base. And that was their plan for it. And then people were like, "You can't just get rid of Coruscant like that."
Yeah, that would be bad.
So,
but yeah, no,
George.
That wasn't George.
Kathleen Kennedy.
Yeah.
And
Starkiller Base.
Yes.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
The big one.
Yeah, the big one.
The Ilum turned.
I get my giant things that blow up planets confused sometimes.
You know what? In Star Wars, that's fair.
Which, by the way, Starkiller Base is. Did you just say it's Ilum? It was Ilum. Yeah. So, which is is very depressing for the fate of Ilum. But.
Yeah. When I found out it was Ilum, I was just like, the crystals.
I mean, to be fair, they needed a lot of crystals.
To be fair.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to see where this arc, this 3-episode arc goes. I think the season set up into 3-episode arcs. So.
Yeah, it seems to be the trend with just Disney in general.
Yeah, I mean, it was the case with Clone Wars towards the end too.
Yeah.
So I really appreciated it.
I really love this show, man. And again, I knew nothing about the show.
They're introducing a lot of interesting characters.
Yeah.
And revisiting characters that we don't get to see a ton of. Mon Mothma was huge. I'm super excited to see more of her.
Speaking of like callbacks, Mimban, Mud Planet.
Yeah.
Wasn't that mentioned in like the 5th episode of Star Wars, the Clone Wars, the rookie episode, where they're like, this one goes out to the Mud Jumpers on, I think it was Mimban.
Oh, yeah.
So when he said he was fighting...
It was the radio thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Really?
I think so.
It was like they were listening to like radio.
Who was... They were on wrestling. It was Heavy and someone.
Heavy and, one of the... Oh, man.
Yeah, I think it was to Mimban,
awesome.
which makes me wonder, like... Because I read a theory that Andor was originally, like, a child soldier.
Mm-hmm.
Just recently, I think it was for the Seppies, which might be something.
They said that the Empire had them fighting each other.
That's
fighting
what they
themselves.
said. Yeah.
And in last episode, we're talking about separatists. Those were separatists that crash landed.
Right.
But then the people who picked him up said rebel.
Yeah.
Or sorry, said republic.
Yeah.
And that was very confusing to me because I was like, it made me second guess myself for a second. I was like, wait, was I right that those were separatists? Because I'm like, I'm pretty sure that was separatists. And it ended up being separatist whenever I looked it up. So I was.
It's definitely a separatist insignia that are on the.
Oh, you have one drawn.
Yeah, I drew it just
oh,
because.
very nice.
Yeah.
And at first I was like Seppi, and then they were like, oh, Imperial, and I was like, Imp, and then they're like, no, it's definitely Republic and Republic officer and all that stuff, and I was like, this just isn't adding up.
I mean, it could be. So that's the interesting with timeline. Like, I thought that happened during the Clone Wars, but it honestly could be after the Clone Wars, and that could be a holdout of separatists.
Right.
But I don't know. It's interesting.
Yeah, I hope we get more kind of flashback, just so I can get that cleared up, because that's definitely the separatist emblem.
This is so great for me right now because I'm so lost.
I'm sorry.
No, I love it.
Yeah, I definitely want to.
It makes me want to like read all Star Wars books and learn more lore. I love it. Well, I have something to say, and it's that, hey, if you're watching this right now and you're not subscribed yet, hey, what you doing? You know what you doing? Go ahead. Take that mouse. If you're on the phone, take that finger. Hit that subscribe button. And also, what else should they hit, Nick?
The bell. Hit the bell.
You're late on the draw. Hit that bell. Thanks for watching, guys. So happy to have you, Mano.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks for being here.
You're never going to show up again.
Never.
That's it.